This is the chapter called Return to the Heart. Now, we're going to kick things off by getting the collectible in the general store. It's actually not really a collectible, but it's right next to something we need. But this is a very important upgrade. This is an inventory upgrade. We're going to get a couple of them here in this chapter. Now, spoiler warning, there is a jump scare right there. Going to take care of this guy here. And then in the room, just past him, to the right corner on the filing cabinet is going to be an inventory upgrade. You want to make sure you pick that up. But right above it, just to the left of me, is going to be our first weapon pickup. This is going to be the sawed-off shotgun, which I'm sure you'll appreciate. Now, this has a lock on it. We're going to open this up using the code 739. Now, from this point, just continue on your story path. You're going to have a boss encounter, pops a trophy when you complete it. And then you're going to have the flooding is going to disappear. And along the southern beach, in the southern tip here, you see my location. Instead of going up that hill, which is where we're going to go towards the car, but we're making a lot of stops on the way to the car, by the way. We're going to go duck under here to this section, and there's going to be a stash. Now, to open this one, you're just going to have to repeat the pattern, the flashing lights. It'll give you 3 of them, and you just repeat that code to open it. Now, inside of here is going to be our second inventory upgrade. Again, very important, those upgrades. Okay, now we're going to head up and we're going to find the Streamside stash key. This is going to lead us to the cult stash. So in this area, you're going to see, it's a dark area, a bunch of glowing arrows pointing you this way, and you're going to see one pointing down to a rock. On top of that rock is the key. We're going to pick up that key, now do a 180 and go to the opposite end of this area. We're looking for a thick tree with a glowing arrow on it, straight back, and just underneath it is going to be the stash. Since we have the key, we don't need any combinations. Okay, next up is going to be our first nursery rhyme dowel. We use these dowels to do the nursery puzzles, and you can see we're just west of the cabin. And you're going to see a picnic table, a camera setup, and on the ground here, it looks like child's chalk drawings. First, on that table, though, you want to pick up the crow dowel. The crow dowel is going to be used for the nursery rhyme itself. So again, in that same area, there's a little puzzle here. You can read the paper. It'll tell you where... Well, it's a clue, hints of where you need to place these dowels. You got to place it in the correct spot. Now for this one, the top left, the sun, you want to place the crow dowel there. That is all you need to do to complete that. Now once you've completed the nursery puzzle, you do have to go collect a charm that's left behind, or an item that's left behind. So after you solve that, pick up the charm. Now the most important thing you can do right now is make sure you pick up that dowel. Always pick up the dowels after you're done with the nursery puzzle, because you're going to use the same dowels for other puzzles. Speaking of other puzzles, we're up at the Witchfinder Station just north of the previous location, and we have another nursery puzzle.
Another one of those rhymes.
Now before we do that puzzle, we need to go upstairs and find 2 more dowels. This is going to be the hero dowel and the wolf dowel. So here the 2 dowels are right next to each other. Once you get the 2 dowels, go back outside, and then we're going to do another dowel puzzle. Now the reward for this one is going to reappear upstairs, so we're going to have to make another trip up to the attic. But first here, we're going to have to place a hero dowel on the tree, or I'm sorry, on the boat, and then the wolf dowel on the tree. I said just those 2 dowels. Make sure you pick them up. I'm sure someone already left the first dowel at the first one, so please make sure you pick them up. Now we're going to head upstairs and get a charm. This is the coffee charm. Equip this charm and die while wearing this charm, and you'll get a trophy. The coffee dowel will save you from 1 death. Okay, so there's a lunchbox in that same area on the back side of the house. We're going to follow the left cliff wall, and we'll find a lunchbox on the left-hand side here. Okay, so we have 3 dowels. We're going to do another nursery rhyme puzzle. This is over at the private cabin. Duck underneath a tree and look to your right. Now, for this puzzle, we're going to use the 3 images on the top. The top left is the chicken in the egg. We're going to place the crow dowel there. We're going to place the hero dowel on the heart, and then the wolf dowel on the house.
Right.
Make sure you reclaim your dowels. And now we can go and get the reward, which is a charm. So we're going to go back out. Turn a little left, and we're looking for a big tree, and there's going to be a birdhouse on the ground. Right next to that birdhouse is going to be the charm.
Another charm. Good thing Logan made me this bracelet.
So just past that private cabin, we're going to go back to that cabin and just go around to the back side of it. There's going to be a path going up. Now for this, you're going to need to acquire the locker, the combination to the lock, and that is going to be 658. And the last collectible in this chapter is a lunchbox. So we're just going to follow that little stream near the private cavern. And we're just going to follow it all the way to the end. At the end is a lunchbox. Pick that up, and then we'll move on to the next chapter.